Well, the first camera was invented in the 1800s, and since then we've been able to capture history. But how do we keep those images alive in the 21st century and beyond? IMS Vintage Photos are specialists in digitising news photography archives from right around the world. They talk about the original images as collector's items as well. Arnaldur Gauti Johnston is the founder and CEO and joins us now live. Thanks so much for your time.
Hi, nice to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have you here. Talk to us about what got you into this, the idea of getting these archives together and digitising.
Yeah, it was actually a coincidence. We were in the digital imagery, selling stock photography, and we had an old archive with a lot of physical prints, and we were experimenting with scanning them and seeing if we could sell them also online, and that worked. And from there we built a huge computer system around that, scanning it, selling it, keywording it, and preserving it. And that kind of evolved into us offering this service to other archives, and now we're doing several large archives around Europe mostly.
Fantastic.
Like the Daily Telegraph and the Independent and many world famous archives.
Now talk to us about how you're using technology trying to bring the archives to life.
Yeah, I mean, these archives are usually up to 100 years old, and up until 1995, most newspapers stored everything on paper, and they started in the beginning of 1900. So you have a normal archive for a newspaper. It can be from 800,000 prints up to a few million prints. Wow. Up to 20 million. So what we are dealing with is a huge amount. So we had to build a system that can process a lot, and we can process now up to 8,000 to 10,000 photographs a day.
Wow.
We are scanning them both sides. We are scanning the folder they are in. We are extracting all information on the back, all sorts of text, the photographer info, source, dates. And we're using artificial intelligence for that partly, and all sorts of processes.
Now, just give us an idea. I mean, going through these archives must be absolutely wonderful and a real story about our history as well. What are the photos of that you've seen?
Wow, it's practically everything that's in there. I mean, it's everything from sports to people to events, and of course sad events also, from accidents and things like that. But one of the things I can remember is having some personal photographs from Mussolini that
Wow.
were handed over to one of the archives from a general in the war, and they were stored in the archive. That is one example. But it's just been so many, and you have private moments from many world famous artists like Pablo Picasso, Salvador Dali, and so many photographs also of just normal people that nobody knew existed, that they are finding now on Google, photos of their parents or relatives they didn't know existed, and they can then buy from us.
Yeah, that's amazing. And just give us an idea, family members and friends in your news archives as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you how often we have gotten letters or messages from people all over the world, everything from Africa to Australia and everywhere, where people are in tears after finding
those photos.
Photo of a relative or photo of their young also.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. All right, we'll leave it there for now. Very much appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Just 2 days after